my pain.
Wake up in the morning, say your prayer because you never know. It's like we in the line to lose our life to say who next to go. It don't make no sense, but yeah, we filling up that piggy bank. Instead we on the web to see the Instagram of Kimmy K. Killing made cool, won't be surprised if Christ came now. Strange fruit in a different way, just let it hang out. Man, I'm really hoping that this killing trend pipe down. Cause taking black life just a lifestyle. And it's clear they living it up. Trading guns for groceries, but I ain't giving it up. So even though it ain't my MO, sometimes I wanna spray a few then reload. Let me be the captain cause I'm smart and not insane, no. Doing this to spread the message, not to end up on the late show. But no offense to Dave though. Hey bro, just because we went to school there doesn't make us no animal.
Let me live my life to say nobody else to live for me. Choices and mistakes gonna make it, that's the way you go. And I just wanna have it with my talent, make a meal for me. And if I'm gonna do it, motivation is the greatest role. Yeah. The people they asking, what's my motivation? One thing that I tell them is you gotta have patience. It don't come overnight. That's work to FedEx. Shout out my connect. That's how you gain your respect. In a land full of hate, all I do is show love. But when I need me some help, nobody show up. My only friend is a ghost. At least they understand me. All I know is the struggle. So how I get to the grades? If you can't stand me, sit down. If you can't sit, then lay down. Don't wanna lay, then pay now. Now
we didn't even start the show yet. We haven't even started the show, and we already got a caller in here. So, caller, state your name. Caller, anyone? I can't hear anything.
Hello?
Hello?
Hi.
Hi. How are you?
I'm well, how are you?
Oh, that sounds pretty good.
I like her voice.
Yeah,
she sounds really pretty.
She sounds good.
Hey, girl.
Look, send the show. We're gonna FaceTime real quick.
See, you talk about me?
Hey, I'm just saying. I'm sorry about that.
See?
I got like 3 girlfriends. I'm gonna get in trouble. So, yeah.
These boys ain't
Who
love.
are you? I can't see you, so.
What's your name, love?
I'm Dominique. I am a big fan of Tyron.
Whoa.
We went to school together.
Oh, I wish you could see him right now.
I can see why, though.
Are you watching
Girl,
him? You
he
see
walked
that
through the
cheese on his
door.
face?
He walked through the door. I was like, I thought he was somebody else. So I was like, ooh, girl, stay focused. You working? And then he was like, hi, how you doing? I was like, he's walking up to me smiling. And then he was like, then Jay's like, that's the artist. I was like, oh, stand up and say hello. How are you? And then he gave me he went for the hug. I was like, this is all bad from here.
You don't know who this is on the other line. This could be his fiance.
She said that she knew him since high school. I'm just validating her choices. That's all, girl. You made great choices. You have great taste. That's all. Dominique has great Dominique. I'm sorry. You have great choice. Dominique has great choice.
So go ahead and give your shout out.
So, that's me and my brother. So, we want to give a shout out to Tyron Brown going up.
Sounds good. And we're going to play that jump for y'all later on, too. So, are y'all watching this or y'all just listening and y'all just calling? What y'all doing?
We're listening.
Oh, y'all got to watch it. Y'all got to go to rmconair.com and watch it live so y'all can see Tyron smile because he's smiling right now at y'all on the phone. And
he did not tell us that part.
Oh,
I said it's online.
Look, he's
I posted it on my Instagram, on my Facebook. The flyer definitely say rmconair.com.
Ooh. I wasn't there, so I don't know. I ain't nobody's side right now.
Say it one more time. RC.
Y'all know it better than I do.
rmconair.com. And then you'll see a link where it says watch live. Got it?
And we'll be watching. Have fun.
Sounds good to me. Thank you for calling in.
All right. Bye-bye.
All right. There it is, yo. So we got Tyron Brown 24/7 in the house tonight with us.
25/8.
25/8. Y'all don't know what that means. That means it's not 24 hours in a day. It's 25 hours in a day. It's not 7 days a week. It's 8 days a week. That means we working overtime, homie.
Overtime. Shout out Nip Hustle.
Shout out to Nip Hustle. All money in. No money out. Except if it's for my mama, then. Anyway, so tell us about yourself, man. What you got coming up, man? You rapping, you singing, you producing. What you acting? What's going on? Let them know.
If I could sing, I would, and I'll sing for y'all because I'm off this.
If you sing, I'm gonna have to leave the building. Because he can rap and he's tall and he can sing. He got muscles.
No. But if I sang for you, you would leave the building. Not on no sexy shit though. It would be disgusting.
I'd be like, you know what, brother, just rap, brother, just rap, brother.
I definitely write pop and R&B, but I can't sing. So from an artist standpoint, yeah, it's hip hop.
Hip hop. So hip hop. How did you get started in the game, T?
How I got started in the game. All right, so I'm originally from Inglewood, California.
All right, champions.
Inglewood.
Exactly, city of champs.
Yes, sir.
You feel me? That's why we need to get the team back in the forum.
Man,
we talking about you.
We got the concept. So I had a best friend at the time. His mom and my mom were both teachers. Okay. And then so I left Inglewood at a young age. So when I left, our moms used to try to make us write letters to each other.
Oh,
like
pen pals.
Yeah, we was like, what? We not about to write no letters. So we would do it, but we were like, that's how we both started rapping. Like we was like, all right, let's see who's better with that.
Yeah.
So that's how it got started. And I'm my mother was an educator, so writing was something she always kind of implemented in me, and I was always good at that. Like I got
communicating.
I was a grade ahead in elementary and middle school, and I was highly noted for my writing. So it was just always something that was fun to me. And then of course, I'm young from the West Coast. I'm coming up looking up to Snoop Dogg, Ice Cube. Yeah. What they was doing was cool. So that's how that got started. And then in high school, I started rocking with my boy. Shout out if you listening, Big Joe West. That's who I first started recording with. Then I moved to Vegas in 2005. That's where I went for college. And after I graduated college, I wrote a song called I'm a Rebel for my school's basketball team and started getting played at the games. And my mom, Teresa Brown, shout out to the queen, she saw the traction that I was getting from that. And I was in graduate school at the time. She was like, hey, you need to take this music serious. You need to move back home and you need to take it serious. So I got my start in 2012. And I've been going tough ever since.
Wow, that's 3 years strong.
3 years
2012. So you made the commitment. You said, you know what? I'm going to commit to being starving, broke, hungry, and lonely till this pops up.
No.
Because being an artist is hard work. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
I've been an artist for 28 years. Okay. You know what I mean? I'm 32, but I've been in this game since I was 5.
Okay.
And so I didn't know all of the hard work that was required. So did you start to see that? Did it scare you?
Nah, well, the hard work didn't scare me at all. I've been playing basketball since I was 3 years old. Like I said, I was a GATE student in elementary school. I was in honors and AP. So I've always had the pressure to be successful on me. So the hard work didn't bother me at all. And then just going to college and seeing all the obstacles, the ups and downs that come, the life circumstances that get in the way, the people that was there my freshman year that didn't make it through. I talk to one of my closest friends from college all the time. Like from our freshman crew that we kicked it with, we're the only two that's still here. It was 3 of us that made it. One of them unfortunately passed away. Shout out my brother Rob Lawrence. One of them passed away, and then a lot of them just didn't make it through. They either dropped out or they got a girl pregnant or something. So
it seems to me like you have values, like you have an intention behind what you're doing.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Like you're like, you know what, 2012.
I still turn up though.
Listen, turning up is, but no, I really want to take it serious because you said some prominent things, like you acknowledged your mom, so that means that you have some influence, someone in your life that's guiding you. And then you said, then you begin.
Probably more than likely. Love you, mommy.
No, but I mean, I think there's something to be said here. Do you mind if I ask how old you are?
Depends.
How long have you been walking the earth? How long have you been walking the earth?
I'm a proud 87, baby. 1987.
Okay. So let's talk about that. So 87. So you're young. and you're entrepreneurial. You have an entrepreneurial mind.
Let's entrepreneur.
Entrepreneurial mind. No, I was gonna call you an artistpreneur. Shout out to hashtag Christina Dunbar. Artistpreneurs, an artist who is an entrepreneur. You're now a business owner. So you made a choice in 2012 that you was gonna take this music business serious. You set on the path, and you begin to condition yourself using all of your discipline tactics from growing up.
Right.
And now that you're doing it and you're pursuing it, my question is like, what's your intention behind all of this? Because as a businessman, a lot of people in the industry right now are saying, oh, you ain't gonna make no money off music, bruh. Or you know what are you doing this for? You want the girls, the fame? Like, why are you doing this now that you've been doing it for 3 years? What is gonna be your contribution to the airwaves?
I'm trying to be in the club popping bottles on girls. No,
After you said your mama's a queen with a teacher, interview over. Get him out of here, Chris. Get him out of here. Jay, no, just kidding.
No, definitely. I just want people to find what you're good at a young age and develop that and take it as far as you can.
Yeah.
You know, like definitely shout out to my parents, shout out to my grandparents, shout out to my whole family, all my aunties, everybody. I love you all. You know, they showed me love and they instilled me with so much confidence growing up. I will admit that growing up I lacked a lot of discipline, and I didn't take a lot of things as seriously as I could have. And you know, as I started to develop into an adult, I noticed like, man, you taking for granted everything that you've been blessed with. So what I want to do in the long run is inspire people in my generation to let their kids know what they're good at young and to focus on it young. And then I want to inspire the youth to focus on their lives young. You know, still have fun, definitely have fun, but start to figure out what you want to do, take it serious. Yeah. Just because you taking something serious doesn't mean you can't have fun, turn up, all of that. But at the end of the day, know who you are, know what you want to be, because you're going to cut out a lot of those years of confusion.
Man. Sound like you had some good guidance, man, or at least you found it yourself. If you didn't have it, you know.
No, definitely.
If it wasn't given to you, because you talking like you got some experience in life, man. That you experienced something.
Oh yeah, most
people out here is lost.
Yeah, see me, I look at myself. I'm very blessed. You know, I come from a 2-parent home. My father comes from a 2-parent home where my grandparents were very strict. My grandparents were strict on us, the grandkids. So they was strict on my dad, and my dad was the type of person, you know, he has a lot of qualities that I wish I had. Like my dad is very even keel, and because of that, my dad hasn't made a lot of mistakes, and I respect that. Me, I was rebellious. So I had the guidance, I had the structure, but I did what I wanted to do. And you know, I was very, I guess growing up, you could say I was like very cocky, and I felt like the world was mine. So in saying all of that, I made a lot of mistakes. I put myself in a lot of holes, but because of that. Because I put myself in a lot of situations, and at the same time I always knew better and always had guidance, it kind of helped me get an understanding. So now it's like, now that I don't have that rebellion spirit anymore, I'm just trying to put everything that I have into positive energy.
Sounds good. You said you put yourself in a lot of holes.
And I try not to be late like you.
He said you put yourself in a lot of holes, so you don't have any babies, do you?
No.
No, he said he put himself in a lot of holes, so you don't have any
Shots
babies,
fired.
right? Bow. Yes. Hey, you gotta get back at him.
I've spread the seed.
So bad that I was late. Like, please.
Let me tell you about LA traffic.
Spare me, dude.
We was in the
Let's talk
same
about LA traffic.
Spare me.
It's a Friday. It's 90 degrees outside.
Okay.
In March on a Friday. I'm sorry. It's March
so
on a
hot
Friday.
right now.
No, it's so hot. So everybody's been at the beach all day.
It's Friday the 13th.
There's so many cars on the road.
You feel me? I didn't
But
get
no,
to the beach either.
let's not. You know what? I'm so engulfed in you, T. Like honestly, can I call you T?
That's what.
Nickname.
That's
his nickname.
My mom, my dad, everybody calls me T. Like
Okay,
my whole
because I'm
life.
like something about you just makes me want to call you T. So T,
Got it.
can I?
And you
can I-
going on Snapchat right
You gotta
now?
ask Melissa.
Snapchat? Can I?
Snapchat.
Wait, I need a booty
say,
shot.
Say
I need
what's
a
up to
booty
the
shot.
Snapchat.
Wait.
I need a booty shot. Ready? Here's my booty shot.
Okay, there it is. I don't know if they see it, but there it is. All right, let's get back to the
No,
interview.
no. T. Like real talk though. For someone, you're very articulate. You express yourself.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm very clear on what you're going to contribute to the next generation of youth and leaders. But I want to get in your head as an artist. Like, what are
Let's
the type
do
of
it.
things you like to talk about? Like, talk to me about your music. Like, talk to me about your zone. When you get in the studio, how are you feeling?
Oh,
when the
okay.
pen
Okay.
when the pen hits the paper and the ink, you begin to see it come out. What does that look like for you?
Okay, I visualize.
I see music.
I'm
I
in the
see
club.
it. I'm in the club.
And I'm popping a bottle on a girl's head.
Oh God, him and popping bottles on girls'
Right back
heads.
to that.
I
That's
think
what
you
it
really
is.
He
wanna
has
do
a
that.
fantasy. Whoever his
No,
girlfriend is,
no.
I hope you're a strong-headed
You know
woman.
what? I've never had a girlfriend before.
Hey man,
But
shout out to you,
we
bro.
gon-
Shout out.
Let's
to
go
you.
back to the music.
Yeah, nah, definitely no. That was a great question. I'm inspired so much by life. You know, like I was. There was a time in my life I had to disconnect with my parents because of a decision that they made, and I was just angry at the world. And so my was it 12 or 13? I believe it was my 12th birthday.
12 and a half.
It was 12 because it was 1999. So my 12th birthday, I was getting in the gang of trouble.
Yeah.
My parents was like, "Man, you're not having no party. We're not doing nothing for your birthday." They didn't give me a gift at all. And so the only thing I got that year, and I'm dating myself because it was still cassette tapes.
Oh, damn.
But my sister got me the Nas I Am album.
Oh, I remember that album.
Yeah, and so that's the only thing I
I
got
don't
that
see
year,
it.
so I remembered it. And my parents wasn't even trying to let my sister give it to me, but she still gave it to me on the low anyway.
Sneak. Sneak.
And so I listen to it every day, and that's why to this day Nas is my favorite rapper.
Yeah, it is.
And I just take my experiences and I write them down, and if I hear a beat, I sit with the beat, I let the beat tell me the story. Like the beat is like talking to me like, T, this is what you want to write about, this is what's on your mind. And then I just take it from there. And it's so funny, like Nas my favorite rapper. Tupac is it's like 1A, it's like 1 and 1A. They're both of them on the same level. And something that they have in common, a lot the public knocked them for saying they were contradictory. You know, they say, how can you say this on one song and say this on another song?
Yeah.
But that's what I appreciated about them the most. And that's probably somebody that listens to me, they'll probably say I contradict myself too. But
You're human, you're expressing
we're not in the
yourself.
same mood all the
The
time.
human-
Like
yeah, the human experience.
sometimes I wake up and I'm like, you know what? I need to do something for the world. I need to inspire somebody.
Yeah.
And then sometimes I wake up, I'm in a bad mood. I'm like, F everybody. And then sometimes I'm like, man, I need to find my black queen. And then sometimes I want to pop
like-
a bottle on it.
Like, no, what is
And-
I hate
and,
to
you
bring up
know-
another record, but Drake be like, sometimes I need that strip pole or something like that.
Yeah, you know,
that song.
so it happens. It's human. So it's very organic with me. Like, you know, that's my way to express myself. You know, I didn't grow up. I was popular, but I didn't have a lot of friends that I really trusted.
Yeah.
So that's something that I really trusted, and you know, it started with, like I said. So I was always into the rap. I was very heavily into poetry as well. I still write poetry every day. And then, you know, as I got older, I just started appreciating R&B music and music from other genres. Like my favorite song right now, I don't know who the artist is, but it's that Drifting Away, Wave at the Wave. I
You
love
know
it.
what?
I love that song.
You have to have a palette. As an artist, you have to like
Yeah, you know what I'm
expose
saying?
yourself to more things. Yeah.
I just started thinking back. I started thinking back to growing up and how my mom just made me write all the time, and how I was, and so so now I'm just a fan of just good writing. No matter what, no matter what facet it is, I really appreciate writing.
I love it.
We're about to get into a break and play your song Going Up.
Okay.
Going up.
Okay, well, let's get away from the seriousness. Let's turn up real quick. So yeah. So this my
So
my
you
day.
about to pop some bottles right now.
Yeah. Now we popping bottles on heads. You know.
Just let me know so I can prepare and give you my back shot. This is my booty dance.
Okay, let's get it.
My booty dance right here.
Yeah, so this my song Going Up. We just released it. It peaked at number 3 on college radio. So you know we're definitely gonna. Now we're moving into the next phase. We're trying to get it on a bigger stage. And the video, we just got it yesterday. It looks great. So that's gonna be coming soon. So this is my song Going Up, featuring my boy G Noble, who's swagging on tour with Usher right now.
Hey.
You know, produced by my big brother D Knight. This is my song Going Up. Y'all let me know what y'all think about it.
T Brown. Yeah. What do you do there? G Noble. Yeah. The young nigga, all of the chicks be on. Opposite of commitment, just call me Mr. Wrong. Play me in the club, the hoes be like, this my song. Then they come up to me like, what type of shit you on? Ha, baby girl, you wanna find out? Bring your pretty ass over here, we finna ride out. Gon' have a after party back at my house, and then we gon' get it in. After that, I'm out, cause I'm headed for success. Take your shit to the next level, cause I'm blessed. The swag that had the bad ones ready to undress, and I ain't saying I'm the best, I'm just better than the rest. Yes, so they pass it like collection plates. You ain't heard about it, better check the resume. Always in the club getting it poppin'. When them lights come on, and they stop it. Yeah.
You could turn the lights on. Tell the bar it's the last call. We still going up. Yeah, we still going up. Tell your girls they can come through, cause I'm still tryna fuck you. We still going up. Yeah, we still going up. Going, 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 going up. Going, 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 going up.
The young nigga that's on that other shit. I drive the ladies crazy, they can't get enough of this. You know how many of them begging me to run up in them, trying to convince me that you different from these other women. But little mama, stop that. Sitting at my table trying to show me you could pop that. On the same page, baby, throw a couple shots back. You ain't gonna win the award, little mama, do not ask. But if you ain't a freak, then I'ma teach you. When I eat you, I'ma have you screaming Jesus like a preacher. But then I gotta leave you, baby, it was nice to meet you. Niggas hating on my ballin' cause they sitting by the bleachers. Back to me and you though. Fly in the motherfucker, roll with me to Pluto. About to knock it out the park like Albert Pujols. My at the party, that's the only place to go. Yeah.
You could turn the lights on. Tell the bar it's the last call. We still going up. Yeah, we still going up. Tell your girls they can come through, cause I'm still tryna fuck you. We still going up. Yeah, we still going up. Going, 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 going up. Going, 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 going,
Going off the end, when the party in. Y'all know this when the real function begins. I'm saying, we can get it in, we can get it in. We can get it in, we can get it in. Come on, you know the business, baby, don't pretend. I'm trying to go with you and your friends. I'm saying, we can get it in, we can get it in. We can get it in, we can get it in. Yeah.
You could turn the lights on. Tell the bar it's the last call. We still going up. Yeah, we still going up. Tell your girls they can come through, cause I'm still tryna fuck you. We still going up. Yeah, we still going up. Going, 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 going up. Going, 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 going up.
It's Friday and we going up.
This record
Hey,
though.
so are you ready? Are you ready for that bottle to get popped on your head? That's
Wait,
No. Let me tell you something, damn it. There will be no popping popping bottles on nobody's head. Because you wanna know why? Because
Hey, don't listen to her.
listen to me. Listen to me. Where's the camera? Is the camera looking at me?
Yes, it is. It's
Right there.
Look at it. You see this right
Hi,
there?
I'm sorry for the acne scars. I didn't know I was gonna be.
Hey, it's real.
But I'm gonna say all this. Listen, the popping bottles thing. That's a no, Daffy.
Hey, let him do what he
No,
do.
I'm gonna tell you why. Because he's a
Hey,
king.
listen.
He's a king if he called his mama a queen, which means one day God's gonna bless him with a daughter.
My mama
and
turned
he's
up
not
too,
gonna
though.
want nobody popping bottles on his baby's forehead. So you don't perpetuate that. It's not
Look,
right.
She shouldn't be there then.
Cool.
Let me
Not
give you a
cool.
disclaimer. My mother has 2 master's degrees. She graduated from Florida State with her bachelor's. She's been working in the education industry for over 20 years.
And she did not get popped in the
she's
head
now,
with no bottles.
And she's now an administrator, and I'm very proud of her. But put on juvenile, back that ass up.
Oh God.
Put on Trey Songz, go girl. And my mama turning
Your blood
up.
is off my hands, T.
you
Your
know,
blood's
but I
off
love
my
you,
hands.
mommy.
I tried to tell you the
I love
right
your
thing.
mommy.
I tried to
Put
tell
her
you the
all
right
on
thing.
blast right now.
That's what he needs
Huh?
to do.
He put his mom all on blast.
He didn't say her name though, so if they don't
He
know the
didn't say her
song,
name.
then they good.
I didn't. It's not like I said at Teresa Brown 77.
Look, here I go. Look, at
So,
Teresa
right.
Brown 77.
Man.
Oh dang. Okay. Oh.
Right? Look, so let's get back into this.
Let's get
I
into
was
it.
telling them that I actually I know like in 2012 you worked with Malik Yusuf, right?
Definitely big bro.
How was that experience?
It was an amazing experience. You know, I talk about it all the time, and it'll never get old to me. So, like I said before you got here, because you were late.
Thank you for
I start-
getting ready to that.
Yeah, so I started really pressing in 2012. So, I'm a member of ASCAP. That's a writing society. You know, for all you artists out there.
Me too.
You know, this is the other one. I think it's called like BM something. I don't know.
Don't hate on BMI. Don't hate. They're all the same.
Yeah, it's all the same. But yeah, so I went to a conference. Actually, one of my songs got selected to be played on a panel. So I ended up going to the event that weekend, and Malik spoke on it. And if anybody knows who Malik is, everything that he says is poetry. Like if he step on something and his foot hurt, he gonna be like, man, the pain that I feel. You know. So definitely I got to meet him. And shout out to my mom again. Like I was just like, hey, what's up? You know, blah blah blah. And my mom was like, man, go talk to him.
Yeah.
You know,
Shout out
so
to moms.
yeah.
Right.
So I definitely went up, talked to him, introduced myself, and he was just looking at me like, yeah, all that's cool. Rap. He said, I don't care about that rap, you know. So I rapped for him, and he was like, hey, you dope, blah blah blah. You know, he took my mixtape that I had at the time, and he was like, I'm gonna listen to it. I ain't think nothing of it. I was like, all right, yeah, whatever, you know. Yeah. And then I shouted him out. He posted something on Twitter maybe a month later, and I just shouted him out. I said, hey, you know, shout out to him. And then he was like, hey, you a beast, man. Like, ooh. And then I was like, oh, you know, I appreciate it. You know, I'm trying to be like you one day. Yeah, you know, and then next thing I see is a DM on my Twitter with his phone number. So I'm like, what? So I called him. He was like, hey, yeah, you know, blah blah blah. Woo wop. So we stayed in touch. And then he came back out here for the ASCAP Awards that year, 2012, and he was like, hey, I want you to come to this with me, you know, take you under my wing. I had never heard of the ASCAP Awards. So I'm thinking I'm thinking like, okay, you know, I'll go.
Nah, it's huge.
I went, look who's sitting at my table, next to me, no ID.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I was just like, oh, this is legit.
Yeah.
And you know, I'm born and raised out here, and I went to college in Vegas, so I don't get starstruck when I meet celebrities. So we do the red carpet. I'm in the back. I turn around, standing right behind me, Sidney Poitier.
Oh
Yeah.
wow. Classic.
Right?
I never
Has to group you out over Sydney, though.
I've never in my life ever been lost for words. I'm a talker. I've never been lost for words, anything like that. I met Sidney Poitier. I was like, sir, you. And he was there because he's real good friends with Quincy Jones, who was being honored that night,
right.
and Pharrell was also honored that night. I got a chance to meet him, talk to him, and so beyond that, you know, me and Malik just built, and then he was like, you know, I want to work with you, you know, I want to help develop you. So, you know, he introduced me to the whole, you know, the Good Music staff. You know, I was rocking with them in New York, New Orleans, in a few other places while they were working on the Cruel Summer project. That's the album that had Click and Mercy on it.
Okay.
So that and you know that was my introduction to the game. I got a lot of good coverage off of that. Got to make a lot of good moves off of that. So that's a period of time that I'll never forget.
So you was talking about you're not starstruck over celebrities and stuff. We know that you was at the celebrity basketball game recently.
Yeah, you're doing my thing on one leg.
That's why he's 6'3".
I was about to say she's.
Whoa. We 6'4"
So you said after this,
6'4" and
go
3/4.
downstairs and have a drink. Got you.
All right, let's do it. Yeah, I was there last week hooping. Shout out to my boy Ink Monstar, my boy Najee, my boy Rome Flynn, T Fly, Larry Drew Jr., everybody that was out there. We were out there in San Bernardino, California. We was balling, hooping it up. I got to perform my song. My team got the victory, of course. You know, I was out there playing on one foot. I got my left ankle is about the size of a pumpkin right now.
Bottles on one foot. I don't know.
No, it was definitely fun. No, definitely fun. It's actually another one next Friday in Gardena. Shout out to Hollywood Hoops. Shout out to my boy Jude. It's one next Friday in Gardena too, at Gardena High School. So yeah.
At Gardena High School, you got the information for that?
Right.
Yeah. Plug in, definitely come through.
So just me, or that's for everybody?
Right. I guess it's just for you.
Hey, I'm got the plug.
I don't do events.
If I got the plug, then hey, it's just.
I'm
gonna definitely hit my boy Jude up, man, and y'all take it from there.
Yeah,
it is right there.
So
She wanna get it.
You gotta tweet me about it.
She wanna get it. Let's get back to the late girl.
I'll be home with Netflix and a bottle of wine. Yes, a bottle. The whole
Shout out
bottle.
to Empire. Go ahead.
That's good.
Go ahead, Angie.
But yes, 2012, me and Malik Youssef, that's my big bro forever, and I appreciate everything.
Are you still in contact with him?
Oh yeah, I mean, it's not like we don't talk every day. He's busy, and I'm busy trying to make it happen. But that's definitely my big brother and my mentor forever.
Yeah, I actually had the opportunity to meet with him.
Okay.
Yeah, he's like mad cool. His fashion is like out of this world.
He'll wear a dashiki with
his head wrap on.
With a head wrap on, talking some spiritual with some Yeezys on.
Right, we're just talking. I was like, this is like, interesting.
Yeah, he'll do that to you. I'm trying to learn that.
Yeah, he's a piece of work. He's a lovely guy.
Yeah.
So let's get back to the artist. She said,
She over here.
He's a lovely guy.
Oh, the number? You need the number?
I have it, actually.
Okay, well, there you go.
She said she was talking to him. FYI, she said, I talked to him recently.
So we got Miss Melantha over here. I don't know if she want to say something.
Yes.
She's here.
Introduce the beautiful woman. She's gorgeous. Seriously.
The woman behind the man.
Yeah, so I'm Melantha Hodge. I'm his manager.
Extraordinaire.
I'm not sure if you guys know about my background, but I've worked both on the management side of the industry and also on the marketing side.
Pop your color a little bit.
That's right. Come on, Melantha, let him know, boo.
She wasn't going to wear that, but she was like, I need to
run down the resume.
She's like, not only am I attractive, I am smart and intelligent, bitch ass.
So basically to give you a quick rundown, after I graduated from college, I went to Syracuse University. I actually my first job in the industry was working with Chris Brown.
Awesome.
So I worked directly with him as well as his manager at the time, which was Tina Davis. So like the whole year that he blew up, like I was behind the scenes helping to handle everything. So I worked with him for a little over a year, and then after that I actually worked at Universal Motown Records in marketing for 4 years. So I worked on projects from like Busta Rhymes to Shanti, Erykah Badu,
AKA I'm a beast. AKA right. AKA.
So yeah, and then a bunch of up and coming artists that may have necessarily heard of at the time. And then I actually moved out to, this was all in New York, by the way. I was in New York and Jersey for 6 years, and then 3.5 years ago I moved out to LA. And I was working with a company called Title IX Productions, which is a management and production company. So we had artists such as Melanie Fiona. So I worked on her project, and then I also worked with LaToya Luckett as her day-to-day and road manager for like about 2.5 years.
So now, how soon before you turn him into the multi-star? Because I mean, you've been brushing up against star power your whole career. That's brilliant. Like God is blessing you. He's connecting you with powerful sources. Like, dude, her energy's crazy.
Yeah, so So it was about a year ago. I decided started my own marketing and entertainment business, and he was actually my first client underneath my own company. So I was consulting with him for a few months, and then we just developed that relationship. I really saw his potential. I really saw he was hungry, and we decided to lock it in as management. So I've been officially managing him since the beginning of November, and
that's
been
amazing.
going great, right?
That's great. I know y'all be traveling around because I've been seeing y'all at a couple of at events. You know what I mean? That's like the last one I seen y'all at was what was that, Wednesday?
Oh yeah, the musicology.
Yeah, Meet the Industry Musicology. Shout out to Brittany B. Brittany Boston. You understand what I'm saying? I was there, man. So I was like, I'm gonna grill you and see what you learned at this panel.
Let's do it.
See what you learned at this panel.
I'm a student. I'm always a student. So give me the test.
All right. So what you learned, man? What did you learn out of that whole little panel?
I learned that life isn't all about popping bottles on girls' heads.
Amen. Thank you.
No, definitely. It's just always good. It's always I come from a family of strong women, like from my mother to my granny on my dad's side to my mom's mother to my aunties who will still call me right now and cuss me out if I'm not sitting straight. So it's just, and then working with Melantha, who is a strong woman. So it's just always good. Being honest, women tend to get overlooked and underappreciated. So it's just always good to see women, who've been successful, just kind of telling their stories and giving their insights. I don't know if anybody is aware of what we're talking about, but Yessie Ortiz was on the panel, and she got her start at Hot 97.5 in Las Vegas, which is the first radio station that ever showed me any kind of love. So we had a connection right there. And then just all the other panelists just sharing their stories and sharing their insight. It's just always good. One thing that a lot of people struggle in life with is discouragement. And so it was probably good for some of the people in there. I don't necessarily struggle with that because now I'm just being honest. Like I've been through enough ups and downs in life to just I'm cool with riding a roller coaster. But it was probably good for a lot of people in there because it wasn't just like, oh, this is what I do and this is what I do and it's all good. The ladies on the panel, they let them know, like, one of the ladies who started with MySpace, she let them know, like, Rosalind, I want to quit every week. And somebody sitting in that panel probably needed to hear that.
Of course, man. For
reassurance. So, it's just always good to know that even if it might seem like somebody's on a different level than you, we're all fighting the same battle, and we're all struggling with discouragement. So that's the main thing I took.
Your dream?
I'm living my dream every day. Like you know what? Like I've never thanks to my parents, I've never really wanted for much. Like I never, like, I didn't grow up in a life like where we didn't have food, we didn't know that's not my life at all. Like, and anything from the age of 18, I moved out and I was on my own. Any circumstance I ever put myself in was based off of a choice that I made.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I don't complain about nothing. I take the good when it's good. I accept the good. When it's bad, I accept the bad, and I keep it moving. And I'm up every day. I'm passionate about life. I'm excited to be awake. I'm blessed to have a woman who not only, it's not even what attracts me to Melantha and why I love Melantha and I love working with Melantha. It's not because of what she's done or what she's accomplished. It's because she really cares about me in a auntie, in a mother type of sense, to where she'll come at me hard and she'll say what I gotta say, and it might get irritating like that in a moment, but it reminds me of just how my mother or how my aunties, you know what I mean. So I'm blessed, and I've met and I've worked with people who it didn't go well, but just as days go by, I'm bringing more and more people in my circle. We're getting on the same page, and we're all working towards the same goal. So I have no complaints in the world.
The power of like-mindedness. That's something that I always pray for. I always ask God, I don't know where y'all stand on faith, but I believe. And I always ask the Creator, like, bring the people who belong, take those who don't away.
Exactly,
and it sounds to me like you have a clear directive of where you're going, you acknowledge where you've come from, and I only see bright things. And thank God you have someone like this that has the experience, because this industry could be dark, and you're gonna need someone to pull your collar every now and again. You know what I'm saying? Beware of the yes people. Those are detriments.
Definitely.
Beware.
I need those people around you that tell you.
Have any of those?
Beware.
That tell you the real, and not just like, oh yeah, that's everything is perfect. Like no, not at all.
You need someone to be like, yo, you look ugly today, right now.
That can't happen. I mean, have you seen one?
Oh God, no. Okay, well, no.
You're looking at me right.
It might get a little crazy sometimes.
Even about the music,
Absolutely.
to tell the truth, like, oh,
Absolutely.
everybody's like, oh, that's dope, that's killing me. And she's like, you know what? You can probably tighten that up a little bit right there.
And that's what I like all around the board. Even with my producer D, even with my boy Tim, like we're sitting there, I send them things like it's no ego behind anything. Like I want to get better. Like it's so funny. I just worked on a song last week with some other artists. Shout out to Stevie Dub and Heartbreak. And I let my homeboy hear it, and he called me. He was like, "Hey man, like this is cool or whatever, but man, I want to hear some real, like he's like, I want to hear some real, like I want to know what you're going through, like I don't want to hear you sweat, like you know what I mean." But and it you know, but I know that he cares, you know what I mean, and he's gonna he was my boy Marcel Solomon. He was there. I've been friends with him. We started college together. I've been friends with him since I was 18 years old. He heard all my stuff from high school, and he was one of the ones who like really inspired me when I was in college, not really focusing on it, like get back into it. So he like sometimes I feel like he cares about it more than I do. You know what I mean? So and it's just good to have. It's always good to have those people, because it's always my head can never get big if I always got somebody busting that bubble all the time.
Tell me about it. That's important, man, to have
Right.
you a support team, man, a support system behind you, because if you don't have that, you're going to be lost. And you spitting information right now. There's a lot of information and pretty much wholeheartedness that you're giving out right now. So it's like you can be a mentor.
Definitely.
You know what I mean? Real talk.
No, that's definitely what I'm looking to do. It's so funny just how I think about pieces of my life. So when I first graduated college, I was working for the school district in Las Vegas, and the coolest part about my job is I used to get to go talk to the middle school kids with a group of other like professionals. What I noticed the most is they didn't see any connection with them, but they was looking at me. They was engaged. You know what I mean? Because they look at me. The girls is probably like, oh, he's cute. You know, and the dudes was like, you know, I want to be like him. And I noticed that, and I take that seriously. So you know that's like once I get to that level of influence, like that's something that's really important to me. Like reaching out and really helping the kids with confidence. Like one thing about me, like I've always been very confident, and it's because my family always my aunties always told me how handsome I was, and my mom always told me how smart I was, and my dad always said, "Nah, you better than that." You know what I mean? And a lot of kids don't have that, and so I want to be that voice for the kids. Like, young lady, like you're brilliant. Don't let anybody tell you not. Young dude, you a king. You know.
Right.
Like that's what a question you were asking earlier, you know, that's the answer to that. Like one of my biggest things that's always in the back of my mind is like I wanna influence everybody to be great, just like the people I look up to influence me to be great.
Absolutely. I think if you stay with that intention, it's fine.
You're on the right path, brother.
It's so funny, and I just posted it on my Snapchat today. Somebody that I look up to that a lot of people don't like because of his image is Floyd Mayweather, but I'm a huge boxing fan. So I remember in 1998 when Floyd Mayweather won his first title, when he didn't have all the media coverage and none of that, and when he won the title, he got on his knees and he cried tears of joy like, "Mom, I done it." And what I see in that is just like that's somebody who had a passion and he worked his life off for something and he finally achieved that goal. In that moment came, you know, and all that emotion came out. And what that tells me is he had the confidence to do it, and he had the wherewithal to endure everything, because he probably knew a bunch of people coming up that fell off, that didn't make it, and now look at him. He's about to go make $120 million off one fight. You know what I'm saying? So it's just, with me, it's just like, it's really important to me to instill that in people. Like, be confident. Know who you are, own who you are, and take it to the fullest.
That's right.
And pop a bottle on a girl head when you make it.
I want to get so raw with you right now.
Let's get raw.
Get raw. Hold on.
Like as an artist, no.
That's fine. I'm sitting right
Hey,
next to it. I get all the explicit.
You asked if I had kids, so
I want to get so raw with you and ask you a real question. As an artist, you sound very motivational and very disciplined, and there's a lot of light in your life, and I can tell and I can feel that. But
she's real light. She's light skinned.
Take me to the dark days, though. Take me to the dark days where you want to throw in the towel, because a lot of people don't understand. Every day is not radio interviews. Every day is not TV interviews. Every day people ain't checking for you. So take me to those dark days. How are you keeping your mind, body, and soul motivated as you go through this journey of becoming an artist?
I've been through it in so many different capacities. You know what I'm saying? Like my first dream in life was basketball. My dad had me in the backyard at 3 years old playing basketball. My dad had me. I was playing against. I was 8 playing against 10, 11, 12 years olds and holding my own, winning MVPs. So that was the first thing I ever achieved, and it crashed and burned on me. It didn't work out for me. I dealt with that heartache. Like I said, like I told you guys earlier, I was a year ahead in elementary school. I started messing around, getting in trouble, and I left one school I was at. My parents wanted to put me in another school, and that school didn't accept me into the next grade. So my parents decided to hold me back, and at that time that was the most embarrassing thing. Like all my friends was in high school, I was still in middle school, and that stuck with me for a long time. And I had a chip on my shoulder with my parents. I got past that though, you know what I mean? So and anything I go through now, like I'm not gonna lie, I'm a human being. Like when stuff happens, I get mad, but at the end of the day, I'm gonna get past it. Yeah, you just roll with the punches. That's how I look at everything. So I mean, the dark days now, I mean, you know, Malantha and I might have disagreements about something, and we both strong-minded, opinionated, passionate, dedicated people. Bump heads, you know. I mean, it take money to make money. You know, sometimes it's a financial struggle. So you know, when I first started embarking on this journey in late 2011, when I was still in college, on the fence with it, you know, I had people looking at me like, "What are you doing?" You know what I mean? Yeah. And I you know, I was on people's Facebooks, you know, tell them, "Hey, check this out, check this freestyle. I listen to this," and like, get this shit off my page. You know what I mean? But you know, so but you I mean, but yeah, I never, I don't take it personal, because at the end of the day, I always at the end, like. And I'm not trying to, I swear I'm not trying to sound arrogant, but
it's a learning experience.
People have been giving me negative energy my whole life, just because I was smart, just because I was younger playing with other people, just because I was tall, just because, you know, I didn't really have to try too hard and girls showed me, you know what I mean? So that like when I first started doing music and I saw people weren't receptive to it, that never hurt my feelings. I was like, all right, either you're not gonna like it, or you know, you're just gonna come around later on.
Come around later on. I like that. Like, you may not like me now, but you will one day.
You know, and you know, and it's just like life is tough. Like when I graduated college, I was going to grad school, and I waking up, working going 8 to 5 every day. I didn't like it. You know what I mean? So any of the dark days you might speak of now is because of a decision that I made. So I can't expect, just like you said, red carpets and performances and girls and games and attention. I can't expect to enjoy that and then not want to deal with the negative. You know, I take anything that you know, I take it all, and I chose to get on this ride, so I'm riding it.
I mean, it makes you appreciate it more too, like when you have to go through something to get to what you want. But see that we're like wrapping up, so we're gonna get into your last song, Larry, and then we want to know, like, were there any encouraging words you want to give to your fans, or anything you want to say to them before we wrap up?
Okay, so am I saying the encouraging words now, or are we listening to the song? What we doing?
Right now, and then we're gonna end on the song.
Okay, yeah. You know, like I said, man, like people people matter, but they don't really matter. Like opinions don't matter. Like if you know in your heart what you're about, and if it makes you feel good, do what you do. And that's something that I really learned living in Las Vegas and meeting people from different walks of life. Like there's no right answer, there's no wrong answer to life. Live your life, do what makes you happy, you know, be who you are, and don't make any excuses. When bad things happen, accept it. When good things happen, don't get too excited. Keep it moving.
Yeah, it is.
Man.
So
I couldn't have said it better myself.
Malantha, any last words?
I just want everyone to look out for him. We've been working extremely
how do we find
hard.
You online? Give us your information.
Oh, okay.
Tell them how to find
you
them.
can find me on my website is One of a Kind. It's number 1 of a kind ENT.com. You can also follow me on Instagram, Twitter at One of a Kind ENT. And you can like me on Facebook, One of a Kind Entertainment. And my personal Instagram and Twitter, all that is my full name, Malantha Hodge. So it's MELANTHA, Hodge, HODGE. So follow me, check me out. And yeah, we've been working really hard, you know, to grind. He's a new artist, and you know, just in terms of just like trying to garner that attention, it's going to take a lot of work. But the thing between me and him is that we're willing to put forth that work.
Because this is a choice.
You can't, you know what I'm saying? In this business, you can't give up. Like, I've seen it all, the ups and downs. So you just got to keep pushing forward, and that's all that really matters.
And one other note I'll say is just find people with the same like-minded energy. You know what I mean? Like, just as she wants to help propel me to a certain position, I want to help propel her to a certain position. Because the bigger I get, the bigger she gets in her room, and you know. So it's just like find those like-minded people that might be able to that might do different things than you do, and then you guys could come together, and you guys are elevating each other.
There it is,
man.
And do push-ups.
Malantha has beautiful cars, by the way. I like her. I never seen no cars like hers. But anyways,
I need a car then.
Oh yeah, no. On my social medias, Tyron Brown 247, TYRAN Brown 247, Facebook, YouTube. No, YouTube is IMT Brown. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, SoundCloud, Christians Mingle, Black People Meet.
Oh gosh, I'm not.
MySpace,
Malantha,
Black Planet.
Bring him in. Popping bottles on the
Are you
forehead.
playing on Friday?
Christian Mingle.
What?
Are you gonna play in this game?
Not quite sure yet, but whether I play or not, I'm gonna be in the building. So yeah, definitely come through.
It is. So like Angelique said, I need a car. We're gonna play a song called "I Need Love." That you made a remix.
Yeah. All right. So yeah.
Man, I listen to this too.
We're gonna check it out right
now. So one of my favorite songs growing up was "I Need Love," and everybody called me the new LL Cool J. You know, so just check it out, have some fun with it. Ladies, tell me what y'all think.
Hey.
Yeah. T Brown. They call me the new LL Cool J, so you know I had to touch this one time. Yeah, this is a classic. I'm about to smash it. Yeah. What he do though? Ay. When I'm alone in my room, sometimes I stare at the wall, or maybe look at my phone and scroll through all my missed calls. Relationships get so hard when the heart is involved. Never thought I'd see the day I really started to fall. Deep in love, that's what I'm speaking of. And can't even sleep because I'm in my bed reflecting the reasons I couldn't keep enough presence of mind to find affection and time for God's blessings. And always kept her next when the line is crazy. A girl's dedication would please me, but all this shit I did makes a reputation precede me. And it ain't easy trying to make a woman believe me when they see me as an LA version of Stevie J, and I'm trying to find a way I can erase it, but still I gotta discover what I need to replace with. Hoping something to take me out of this zone. I'm done sleeping by myself and waking up on my own. I need love. Yeah, said I need love. And fellas, don't be scared to admit to these ladies you need love. Yeah. Tyron Brown 247 on Twitter and Facebook and Instagram. Hit me up. Yeah.
He just gave himself a shout out in the
song. That's what I'm saying.
That's brilliant.
That's brilliant. Like, that's what I'm saying. I'm gonna be like, my next session you can come to, I'm be like, watch our show.
Right?
Follow me on Instagram. I'm gonna make a song called Follow Me J Got Beats. But we out of here, y'all. Enjoy y'all Friday.
Man, shout out to everybody.
Friday.
Shout out to Pineapple
Shout out to my sister Mia. She's on the East Coast right now watching. Mia Bia and my niece.
Mia Bia.
Yes. Mia just, her birthday's on Sunday.
Man, you cut me off, man.
Shout out.
Mia Bia. Happy birthday, Mia.
Kasha Zah, shout out. All right, thank you. I was late. I'm sorry.
Tune in next week, y'all. I know you like what you saw. We're going to have some great things this season. So
bottle popping.
Follow, comment, tell us what you think. Share it.
Have them come back.
We will be having this on YouTube in a couple of days.
We got to do something new for y'all since Empire's getting taken off the air. We're going to have to,
do our version of Empire until they come back.
Can I be Cookie?
Never.
No.
You got to be Cookie? Just because I'm light-skinned don't mean I got to be a light-skinned girl.
You're going to be a Mika.
Cut us off. Thank you, girl.